This, I feel we should add a disclaimer statement about anything that you create that is physically a real object. I showed some of the heavy lift drone propellers there. The little mannequins are about the same size as a human. We think that any physically real object has the potential to act in a manner that is dangerous. Actions of any real object, at a minimum, should be reasonable and also safe and also legally allowed. We advise, do not make any physically real object if you cannot properly control its actions. And of course, we think that's what you will do, but we just wanted to say it out loud. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm glad you're here. Watching along, I plan a series of videos about all of the different parts of this heavy lift drone. This video is a very, very short introduction that I was thinking to put at the front of each video so that you kind of know where we are with the drone. I've got this bar marked off in feet. That's 240 feet. Here's the drone sitting on the ground. These little mannequins are here to show you scale. That's about 6 feet tall. The drone is sitting on the ground, not doing anything. It doesn't have all of its parts showing. I'll show you those in a minute. It powers up its engine and adds pressure to these hydraulic cylinders and stands itself up on its feet. It is not making any lift with its propellers. It then begins to add power to its propellers to generate lift, and it generates enough lift to go up in the air, and it's gone up about 50 feet. The two little guys are like just looking at it. And if you'll notice these struts, these legs that it was standing on, when it gets to 50 feet, it's beginning to retract these struts. Now, this is the most aggressive takeoff there is. I want to use this for a military purpose. It can actually go straight up for 3,000 feet, which is what I would do to keep it away from enemy contact with enemy fire. But if you're safe and happy about it and you just want it to go, this is how you do it. So at 40 or 50 feet, it begins retracting its feet. At 100 feet or so, it's got its struts curling up. Around 200 feet in the air, it has moved its landing struts to their fully folded up position. These guys were sort of watching it, and they're not really keeping up with it anymore. They're just talking. And up here, at this point, around 250 feet in the air, it puts significant thrust to these propellers, which rotates it up into a horizontal condition, and it can start flying. At 108 feet per second of airspeed, these wings have enough lift to hold up the drone. This is a little section where I demonstrate what the body of the drone looks like compared to a human being. The body of this has an aluminum skin. This skin is 1 millimeter thick. That I was working through the weight. This is some demonstration of the weight of this part of the skin, and I wanted to give a demonstration of this body is 12 feet long. That's how big it is compared to a person. This is how big it would have to be for a person to sit in it. There's a chance that this device may need vertical stabilizers to control yaw and horizontal stabilizers to control pitch. I'm hoping not. This is a proportion size drawing of the engine. The engine that powers the whole thing is the Rolls-Royce 250-C30, 600 horsepower. Here's a 50-gallon fuel tank there inside the drone body. This is the frame of the drone. It's been broken apart. This is a manifold system that I have that will control the flow to the rotors so that the rotors can bring the device in the air with controlled flight. Here are the wings. Again, 1 millimeter skin with their spars. This is a kind of a blown up drawing of the struts and their weight and how they're made. This is the various one. Now, this is not the right propeller. I'll get back to this. I did want you to see, here is a drawing of putting the fuel, instead of the fuel being placed in a big tank here. I'm sorry, that's the engine, that's the fuel. Instead of the fuel being placed in a big tank, it's a possibility that you could have 2 wing tanks. And I did want it to have a military use. This is the drone showing itself with the motor in place, the manifold in place, and I've placed 4 of my little smart mortars in there. And so this is the drone, and this is the overview of it. And now we'll do some more details about all of the different parts of the drone.